trans brethren see you. All of your cis allies see you. We all see you. Give yourselves a huge round of applause just for being here. Would you like some speakers? Yeah! I would too, so that means I get to stop speaking for a minute. Let me find who's up first. We need people to move in a bit from the left, if you could. I don't like saying move to the right. Just to make a path so people can get in. So, that's me. That's you. No, it's not. That's Alison. Alison, it's you.
Friends, enemies, trans people, lend me your ears. We stand here united against those who hate us, who would harm us, and who seek to erase us. We will not be defined by some old people who hate us. We will persist. We will resist. Look around you. Look at the people who stand next to you. These are the people who care for you. These are the people who will be for you. If you feel alone, if you feel afraid, these are the people who will be there for you. I have one final thing to say. We're here, we're queer, we will not live in fear.
My turn on the mic now. Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm from Nottingham Trans Pride. The UK Supreme Court ruled the other day to exclude trans women from legal protections given to other women in the Equalities Act, regardless of whether they have a gender recognition certificate. This actively strips rights from an extremely vulnerable group and is designed to make life harder for the trans people of the UK. Notts Trans Pride totally and thoroughly rejects this decision. We condemn it. We condemn it as wrong and a major step backwards. Trans women are women. Trans men are men. Non-binary people are non-binary. Trans rights are human rights. Regardless of this decision, trans people will live on. We have always been here and we will always be here. We will stand up and fight for our rights. It is a tough time to be trans in the UK, and we send our love and solidarity to all our trans followers. The trans community must stay united in these trying times. Reach out to your friends, support your community, and look after yourselves. We are strong and we will get past this. Pride began as a protest, and Trans Pride will be no different. We will always stand with our community and fight for our rights against any attempt to take them away. Existence is resistance when others try to legislate you away. So don't change a damn thing about what you do. Continue being proud of who you are and living as your true self, regardless of what others say or do. And if any trans people need to reach out, please contact the National LGBTQIA+ support line, switchboard, Notts LGBT+ network, and also look up Notts Trans Hub, the local trans support charity. Trans rights are human rights!
Trans rights are human rights!
Trans women are women!
Trans women are women!
Trans men are men!
Trans men are men!
Non-binary people are non-binary.
Non-binary people are non-binary.
Thank you.
Enough of that, everyone. Now, I believe, if I can see their wonderful brown chair, we have Ali from the Dice Cup. Ali from Dice Cup is coming right up. Hello.
I like that whole outfit.
Oh, okay. Hello everyone, I guess a bit nervous for this, but I don't know about you here today, but last week I've had quite a lot of anxiety going out in public and knowing where I can go and feel safe and continue my life normally. And I'm not part of the staff or anything at the Dice Cup, but I wanted to just give a little message carryover from Amy and all the staff there who have kind of spoken to me separately and said, as it is, you know, they're well aware Dice Cup is a safe space for many trans and queer people, and I know there's a lot of faces here today that I recognise from there that go and play there. They will always continue to be, regardless of what is said, a massive supporter of the trans community. They will always continue to provide a safe space for all of us who wish to go there, and I think I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional, but yeah, I think, you know, it was always, I don't know about people here, but I think personally I feel very lucky at being a trans person in Nottingham. There is so much support here around, both from the people, the community and the businesses. And I think, you know, it's just, to me, a very special place to have in this city where so many of us can go and feel safe and comfortable there and be ourselves. And I know that the staff there have always worked very hard, from personal experience, to make sure we all feel comfortable, that correct names and pronouns are used on the systems that they use for tournaments and all other things. And they will always continue to provide that for us.
If anyone else would like to speak, by the way, please make your way to the side and I'll take your names down.
Next up, we have Rain from People for Palestine. Hello, Rain.
That's alright. Sorry.
No problem. I don't really know how to use a megaphone.
Don't do that. Just press that button.
No, you don't press anything. What's it up to now?
Sorry if you can't see me, I've got to sit down. I don't know about you, but if the government wants to take HRT out of my hands, they will have to kill me first. We hear a lot of the same chants at trans protests. I'd like to introduce a new one. I'm gonna say death before, you say detransition, yeah?
Yeah.
Death before!
Detransition!
Death before!
Detransition!
Death before!
Detransition!
Death before!
Detransition!
This wave of transphobia is another symptom of the fascism rampant in our government and in our streets. Fascism accompanies late-stage capitalism, and we can see it clearly in the actions of the police, shutting down protesters, in the lies of our prime ministers, and in the pardoned Israeli war crimes. It was only a few months ago we had white nationalists rioting across the nation. The fascists think they can make easy victims of us. What do we think of that? You can do better than that. What do we think of that? They have forgotten how we won our rights the first time around, and I am not afraid to claw them back. as trans people are antithetical to the capitalist, colonialist lie the bourgeoisie wants to shove down our throats. There is a reason why homophobia and transphobia were key tools of the British Empire. This is an issue that is larger than any single demographic. Fascism seeks out to destroy anything outside of its white, cis-het, patriarchal idea. So to combat it, we must fight for each other. We need to fight for women's rights, for queer rights, for Palestine, for the disabled or people of colour, for every person threatened, we will fight for. Not just as a one-off, I am proud of you all for coming here today, but it needs to be a consistent, collective effort to root out this disgusting ideology from our society. I'm going to ask you all, every night from now, look into the mirror and ask, what have I done today to combat fascism? How have I used my privilege today? What have I done to support my community? And what can I do about it tomorrow? Yes. I need you to get involved in your communities. We need you to organise, and trans kids today need you to fight, and I mean fight. A system that lets you scream as long as you ask for permission is not a system being challenged. Again, this transphobia is one symptom of fascism, but collectively we can and we will eradicate this virus. The people united will never be defeated. 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 Give yourself a round of applause. I want to see you at every demo that you can. I want to see you at every action that you can come to. I want to see you do everything you can in your power that you possibly can do.
Amazing! Thank you, Rain! And next up, we have Margot. Do we have Margot?
It is quite warm today though, and you know, I wasn't even a one before, I was non-binary, and I'm now considered a man, so why shouldn't they do the same thing that most men do on a hot day like this and take their shirt off? I have been advised that the chair of a trans charity should maybe not flash an entire crowd, so if anybody is not comfortable with this, please clap right now. Do I actually have to do this? Yeah! Oh, they didn't have to. Okay, fine. I'll do the rest of the speech with my tits out. Okay.
Don't test us.
I asked like 8 people and they said I shouldn't do this. A lot of cool people, yeah. Okay, so we're in a very interesting position as trans people. It seems like we are being used as a scapegoat for capitalism at the very end, the very late stage of capitalism here. And that's an interesting position to be in. And a lot of us are being beaten down and making our stories nil. But I want to make sure that we all hold on to that part of ourselves, hold on to that part of each other, to not let who we are die, because we are wonderful goddamn people. It is especially the stories of transgender women of color, disabled people. Every intersection compounds our oppression. And it is those stories that we need to uplift, as well as those of anybody who does not fit those. We need to be able to hold each other in our arms and know that we are together in this. Just our own oppression that we're having to do. It is of all of us, of every human being, to make sure that we have a right to just live our lives how we want to. God damn it, come on. And because I want to celebrate those stories, I invite anybody who wants to come up on stage and to say a little bit of something. Make a haiku, make a poem or something like that, and say it out. And I would like to leave you with something of my own little haiku, if that is so okay. In the raging fires emboldened, tits seen by the sea, my grandmother would be so proud. Thank you all so fucking much. I love every single one of you.
Unenviable job of following that act. We have Dana. Coming up. Dana will be talking to us about, I imagine, trans issues of some kind. I definitely have notes on this, don't worry about it.
I'll talk about trans issues. No one wants to hear about Power Rangers or anything, no? Okay. So hi, my name is Dana. As close as I can, okay. When I heard the news about the Supreme Court's decision, I felt physically fucking sick. I wanted to break down at my workplace, but couldn't show the bigots at my workplace how upset I was. I heard the radio repeat it 6 or 7 times that day, and every time I heard it, I felt like a new nail was going through my lungs. I'm angry. Are you? Yeah! Good! Because anger gets shit done! Yeah! This decision was not based on scientific research. This is all a distraction. The country is in a cost of living crisis, and instead of billionaires and politicians being held accountable for their greed, they use us as a fucking scapegoat. Taking away our rights will not make your bills cheaper. It won't make your rent cheaper. And it won't make your groceries cheaper. Look to your left and now look to your right. You have a community who loves you, who supports you, and will fight side by side with you through these horrific times. So all the trans kids, non-binary and gender non-conforming kids out there, you guys, keep the resistance up. You guys keep being who you are, because who you are is punk as fuck. Is strong. We are strong because we have compassion. We have love. We have empathy. We are fucking resilient. And most important, we are connected. They want us to feel hopeless. They want us to feel alone. And they want us to lose that connection. To be afraid to be seen in public. They want us to retreat back into the closet. Fuck that! Yeah! We will not be broken! I refuse to go back into the closet! I will be seen! All of you will be seen! I'll be seen right now. I'll be seen when I'm playing music. I'll be seen when I go to see my friends. I'll be seen at the family events. And I'll be seen going to the shops to buy a fucking loaf of bread. To all my cisgender allies, now's the time to show your unwavering support. We need you to use your voice more than ever now. And to all the businesses that claim they are queer friendly, now's the time to step up and prove it. We need to know we are safe at your establishment. We need to know we are safe in your pubs, safe in your venues. We need to know that we can use the toilets that we feel comfortable in. Are they ready to put morality over unjust legality? Now's the time we show the world how strong we are. Trans rights are human rights!
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 And we aren't going anywhere!
We are going anywhere!
I love you all! Fuck yeah! Later, everyone!
Hey, I've got some pretty incredible news. There's like 500 people here. That does mean we're going to have to be a bit careful to not completely fuck over Cafe Nero. So if we could once again move away from the left, move to the... You get what I mean. Move in this direction.
Fill the space!
Fill the space, that's the one. Also, as we mentioned earlier, we do have some agitators knocking about. If someone's asking you weird questions and just doesn't seem to get it, disengage.
Yeah.
They just want your attention.
Yeah.
And you don't owe them that. You don't owe them an answer. You don't owe them anything apart from your back turned. Next up, we have the wonderful carrots. You gave me this lovely rose that has all sorts of like support numbers and stuff. I expect they've got some colours to give out. Carrots is an amazing activist.
I have masks for anyone who wants masks, like a whole lot of masks. From my granddad. I think this world could be really beautiful, and I think it could be safe, and I don't know why everyone finds it so painfully hard to think about the safety and comfort for anyone other than themselves. But here's some things I think would be real nice if we could just have them. Like, it's not that hard. So, I dream of a world where people are not limited and categorized based on the parts they have stuck to their body. A world where our children won't have to hide who they are because they know they'll be how they'll be treated if they ever dare to be their true self. Where my choice to reject and transcend the concept of binary gender will be officially recognised by our government. I dream of a government that doesn't set a cis, white, heterosexual man on defining what a lesbian is, or what a woman is, or what a man is. I want a world with robust sex and relationship education where children don't have to learn how to have protected sex with their partners from the internet, because God fucking forbid we say the word gay or trans or lesbian in front of a child, and by child I mean teenager. Pride. Where they feel safe to experiment with who they are beyond the superficial shit like the music they like and the hobbies that they do, as long as they're gender appropriate. Fuck no! I want Harry to be able to wear a dress and experiment with makeup and nail polish and the colour pink, and to try out being referred to as they and them, and then decide that, hey, no, they and them doesn't feel right, or actually, I think she might feel nice for a bit.
Whoa.
And I'd like, when we're talking about the concept of the male violence epidemic, for us to consider how much that actually affects queer people, not just cis women. I want our suffering to be seen and known and acknowledged, just as the suffering of cis women and cis men and children are heard and known, and I want it acknowledged and I want it fought for. And finally, I dream and I pray to all of the gods that I can think of that my girlfriend will be able to enter the women's toilets one day casually without even thinking. And I want her to not only feel safe in those toilets, I want her to be safe. I want her to be safe when getting on the train, and be safe when getting in a taxi, or be safe in a park, or to just simply walk through the streets and not even think about that group of men over there or those wooden stood there. And finally, I'm coming to a close now. I don't want her to experience violence for being authentically who she is, not because she's my girlfriend and she's amazing, which she is, by the way, but because it's the bare fucking minimum. It's about time we get that too.
That speech made me particularly happy. Environmental storytelling. So next up, we have Tanya Stevenson. Where is Do you want any more introduction than that? Or nah, just go for it. Cool, here you go then.
I'll be fine. Tanya, everyone!
This thing is definitely on.
Right.
It's one of those sort of things when you speak into it, you realise people 5 yards back can't hear you, so good stuff. So this is our Nottingham. This is our city. These are our streets, and this is our fight. For those history nerds amongst us, you'll know that this city's built on rebellion. It's built on standing up to unjust power and fighting for those who are normally going to be cast aside. And let me tell you this, if Robin Hood were still alive today, he'd be standing here next to us. Yeah. He'd be standing next to us, next to Coffee, as an amazing socialist figure in this city. So what we are facing is nothing short of a full-faced attack. Yes. It's cruel. It's a legalised attack on trans lives and particularly focus on trans women. And on every single person who refuses to be boxed in by someone else's idea of what a real woman is. This week the Supreme Court decided that it gets to judge who we are. Nice try. The judges in London have apparently the last word on what makes a woman and what makes somebody a lesbian. And let me tell you this, and probably on behalf of you all from Nottingham, you will not define us, we will define ourselves. This isn't just a legal ruling, it's a weapon. It's a tool of exclusion, and as I think one of the previous speakers said, it's a way of separating us from our communities, it's a way of separating us from families and friends and those who look after us. Nope, that's not happening. We are not going to be stripped of our protections, and nor are we going to be cast out into spaces that we've fought for decades to be in, and that we belong in. So let's be absolutely clear, let's be really, really clear. This isn't about biology, this isn't really about science, it's about power. It's about telling trans people, especially trans women, that our lives are subject to some form of debate. That somehow they think our rights can be taken away with a stroke of a pen. From someone who's probably never walked a day in these heels. I've walked these streets. I've sat and stood in the Queen's Medical Centre waiting for treatment, and I have spoken to trans youth right here in Nottingham who feel terrified about what could come next. And I've seen the amazing courage of a community that refuses to be erased. Because we are not just individuals, we are a movement. And Nottingham knows a few things about movements. Going back hundreds and hundreds of years, this city knows about resistance, and it knows how to say, enough is enough. We are standing where rebels have stood, where queer campaigners have fought for decades, and we must never forget when Pride comes later this summer, Pride isn't just a party to get pissed at. It's a protest. Let us never forget that. Ever. So, every trans person in this city, especially to a lot of the young people who I see around here today, our elders who've been here before, they've saw Section 28, they saw the days of terror, queer baiting, queer bashing. Some of us have been there before. Look around. This is your community, from Clifton to Carrington, from Bulwell to Beeston, from Radford to Ruddington. We are Nottingham. We are fucking furious. We are angry, and we will channel that into active resistance. Stop the patriarchy. Thank you very much.
That was amazing. Next up, we have Laura from, I've got here, the Harmless and Tomorrow Project. If I note that down right.
That is right.
That is right. The Harmless and Tomorrow Project. Laura, come on up. Big round of applause for Laura.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura. I am the Self-Harm and Suicide Intervention Service Lead at Harmless and the Tomorrow Project. We're a suicide prevention service here in Nottingham. I won't talk for long because trans voices need to take centre stage, but I want to speak directly to the trans people of Nottingham. Trans lived experiences of mental health and suicide have been invalidated and erased by people who should know better. So understandably, I know that makes reaching out for support even more difficult because it's difficult to know who to trust. So today, I want to assure you as service leads that Harmless understands the nuanced experiences that trans people have when it comes to self-harm and suicide. We aren't connected to any of your other records, so the name you tell us is the name that we will use for you. The gender that you tell us is the gender that we will have on record for you. Trans women are women and will be represented and supported as such. The pronouns you tell us are the pronouns that we will use for you. Your notes and your treatment will be entirely accepting and validating of your trans identity. And all of that is the bare minimum. Acceptance and support for trans people is suicide prevention. Equal rights for trans people is suicide prevention.
Yes.
Gender affirming healthcare is suicide prevention. And anyone who says otherwise is directly ignoring and erasing trans lived experiences, and that is indefensible. I promise today and every day you have access to a self-harm, suicide crisis and suicide bereavement service that believes you and will fight for you. In a world that tries to erase you, the bravest thing you can do is carry on existing. Stay angry, stay hopeful. Solidarity always.
For like nearly an hour in. Amazing! Guys, gals and non-binary pals, I mean. Give yourself another round of applause. And then shake them out a little bit, because you've all been standing in one place for about an hour. And it feels a bit weird at this point, doesn't it? Just a little bit. And next up we've got Dom. Can we find Dom in the audience?
Well, I don't know about you, Nottingham. I was planning to spend a day with my friends today playing card games, but then the Supreme Court decided to go and do some stupid shit. So here I am. Name is Dom. They, them pronouns, genderqueer but solidarity. Just kind of wanted to open up by saying thanks to not just the butch community locally, but also all the trans people that I know. So everyone I can see here today, the people I work with, the people I see at events, basically giving me the courage to come up here today and talk. Come to think about it, it's really been a week, I think, about comfort and safety. Or to be more accurate, one group who want their comfort and safety and try and enforce it upon another group. Just had another idea. Think about it. This is what happens when your activism is not intersectional. When your activism is based off of your wants alone, your needs alone, and your hate. Rather than the needs of everybody. It's inexcusable. All you are doing with your activism is perpetrating the same systems that you very much hate yourselves. Let's have another think, right? If we or any other trans person was to stop someone that made us feel uncomfortable, we'd never stop doing anything else. A well-meaning person just getting our pronouns wrong. Someone doing it deliberately, a glare on the street, just for being who we want to be. Well, my thought on the whole matter is, go out there, be yourself, hold hands with your partners, kiss your partners, wear a fucking tail. They think that this last week will be enough to get rid of us, well, they better take a better fucking shot. If that could give me enough time to go into every bit of my book. So, I'd like to close out with a bit from the Oracle, or you might know it as Tumblr. I forget the name of the original author, but I thought about this quote whilst kind of scrabbling my notes together today. I don't think I'd have died without transition, not in the conventional sense at least. But to take that leap, I had to stop thinking of myself as a human experiment in fuel-efficient living and start nurturing the anemic, atrophied flame of desire in my heart. I had to learn to eat well, to exercise, to style myself beautiful, but harder than that, I had to learn to ask the people around me to work on my behalf in order to enrich my life and give me the things I wanted. And I did it. I learned, and it was agony. But courage is a muscle you can train, and every day I get better at accepting gifts with a hungry gratitude I never learned in my years and years as a scared, sad, lonely boy. There's a nugget inside of every single trans person here and every trans person that isn't here. A nugget of truth that can't be taken away by any fucking law, any fucking government body, and any fucking person. None of us can go away because the farming folks somewhere else in the country. Thank you very much. Oh my fucking god, Dom, everyone!
Next up, we have Rachel Saunders. Whoa. Rachel Saunders. Woo! Rachel Saunders, University of Nottingham.
Hello Nottingham, how are you all doing today? Fuck this shit! I woke up on Wednesday morning and I followed the entire hearing and I was like, what the fuck are they thinking about? Sorry, what the fuck are the judges thinking about? They are illiterate. They are scientifically illiterate. They do not know what they are talking about. There's a very famous saying that came out of Nazi Germany, never again. There was another expression that came out of Germany, first they came for, and we then said no! There are 500 people here today, there are over 1,000 down in London. Together we are a community, together we can fight this. This judgment came for trans people, came for our partners, came for anybody who was non-conforming. Ultimately, this is not just about the trans community, it's about anybody who they do not think is woman or man enough. Are you enough? Yes! We are enough! And this is what the law forgets. Ultimately, the way this law is going to be applied is based on the prejudices and hate of those who perceive us. And it is up to us to step down and to step up and to make sure that every single person is affirmed in who they are. Last week I was doorstepped by the Daily Mail based on a Twitter thread that I put forward, based on my looks. On X I was attacked for having no hair. Every single TERF keeps saying that trans women are not women because they seem to be aping women, and yet they use those same tactics to attack any woman who they do not believe is woman enough. I say enough, and it stops right here. Trans rights are human rights because they apply to everybody, because we want a pluralistic society where everyone can be themselves. Let's turn this movement into a protest that cannot be destroyed, that cannot be unheard. Write to your MPs, write to every politician, tell them that we are enough. Thank you. Let's keep it going for Franklin. Who we have coming up next? Franklin. Fuck these fucking fascists! They are the ones detached from reality, not
wedge. It will result in all women's rights being removed. And I need to have more solidarity with migrants, with people with disabilities, and everybody who fascists want to fucking crush under their boots. Because we need a broad solidarity to fight these cunts. Thank you.
Let's see if I can do this from memory without looking at my phone. That'd be cool, right? Next up we have Will! Huge round of applause for Will, everyone!
I don't usually do this, so I've got it written down, but it's only half written down, really. Give me a second, everyone. Growing up in any minority, it's impossible not to share in some of the most isolating experiences. I assume all of us will remember being taunted one way or another. The overwhelming feeling of the loudest people just knowing something wasn't right about you and vowing to themselves to make sure that you knew it too. The difference between around a decade ago and now was the hope that those ignorant kids, or indeed ignorant adults, would eventually find themselves in the real world, see some sense and realize that you cannot stop different people from existing, no matter how hard you wish they would, and the knowledge that you'd probably never see them again. Only those same 14-year-old boys are now running the entire world. And you will never stop seeing them. If not their faces directly, then in their words spoken through others. The loudest, most evil, charismatic people have done exactly what you'd expect a bunch of cartoon supervillains to do, and have zeroed in on the smallest, most vulnerable communities to distract you from their own failures. Do not let them! Transsexuals have always existed and always will. That is not a debate. People of colour, immigrants, the working class, queer people, women, disabled people. These are the people who make the world go round. The common enemy is not found within us. It's them, the loudest one. To the brainwashed, you are not safe. They may start with us, but turn your eyes to the US and see what happens when you are complicit. Do not... The newest Supreme Court warning is always under the guise of protecting women. But what will happen when a TERF sees a cis-passing trans man in a woman's bathroom? I'll tell you what will happen. Next Benedict. Noah Rui. Cobalt Sovereign. These are all people who have been assaulted and in some cases killed for being in the right bathroom, as in their birth gender bathroom. This is not in the way of protecting women. This will not protect women. They will come for you next. Protect the dogs. Protect trans women. Protect transgender people. The most rebellious thing you can do. This is the last thing I'll say. The most rebellious thing, the most resistant thing you can do is stay alive. If you are transgender, you have to live. Nothing else matters. You don't have to accomplish anything else, but stay the fuck alive. Thank you.
Enjoy the little mic juggling act we do at the end of every speaker.
Keeps things entertaining.
It does keep things entertaining. Also, if you are a speaker, this doesn't need pressing. Just hold it right up to your mouth like this, and then it gets nice and loud. So next up, we have Liam from Derbyshire LGBT+. Where you at, Liam? Hi, Liam.
as your neighbour from Derbyshire. Fuck all that football rivalry because we're all here fucking together. I have come, and I don't want to take up too much space, I just want to make a couple of points. Next Saturday at 2 p.m. in Derby, Derbyshire LGBT Plus will also be holding our own rally. We invite you all to come along and join us and support us. And the biggest call out I want to do today is for all the cis, het, gay men in the audience. This isn't to call you out, but it's to call your friends out. If your friends aren't here today, ask them why the fuck they aren't here today. Ask them why they aren't standing shoulder to shoulder with the rest of our fucking community. Ask them why they are complacent just because the government say, yes, you can get married now, you have all the rights you need. That's not what we fucking need. We need more. We need to stand shoulder to shoulder with the rest of our community. And every single person here today, I want you to remember the next time you're in that voting booth, don't put an X next to any red or fucking blue. Fuck them all! I love you all, Nottingham. So yes, 2 p.m. next Saturday. Look out on social media. It'll be happening at the Council House in Derby. Derbyshire LGBT Plus fucking loves you, Nottingham. We're very proud to be your neighbour.
We've got Amelia. Amelia, where are you? There you are. Amelia, everyone.
Hello again, rebels. This ruling is yet another step on the government's desired path to fascism. Trans people are an anomaly to the status quo. The status quo the ruling class wants so badly to maintain. They do not want us to have human rights. Human rights are troublesome. They prevent them from gaining more power they so desperately want. This ruling means that our acceptance will be policed. If you don't look woman enough, whether you are trans or cis, you will be searched by a male police officer, stopped from going into changing rooms, and banned from taking a fucking piss. Interwar period, Berlin was the queer and trans center of the world. It was burnt, demolished, and erased. We've been here before, but this time we know their tactics. Appeasement is not the way. Rise up. Be a fucking nuisance. Cause a fucking disturbance. No justice, no peace. 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 Death before detransition. Death before detransition. Death before detransition. Thank you.
Give up for Amelia! Next we have Lucian. Lucian, where are you? Thank you. Fantastic. Give up for Lucian, please!
Nice and close to your mouth. It's always on.
Hello, Nottingham! It is beautiful to see so many wonderful faces joining us today. All you supporters, everyone, allies in the same cause. And I love you for it. Some of you may have spotted, I've been filming every speaker today. I've been wanting to share everyone's stories. I want everyone in our country to know our struggle. I'll admit, I'm ad-libbing this a bit. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is every one of you. All of you, every trans person in our country, every trans person outside of our country, you are all important.
after today's protest, I'm going to go home. And I'm going to have a long lie down. And then I'm going to get on social media like we all do, and I'm going to doom scroll for a few minutes. And then I'm going to start sharing stories. That's what I like to do. I'm going to share the stories of our greatest trans people here in Nottingham today. I am going to share the stories of all those people who came and stood up here shaking with nerves. I saw you. I'm shaking myself, my God. And I am going to tell everyone how brave you are. At the end of this, I'm also going to talk to the various charities here, and I'm going to share with them all the footage that I've taken today, all the pictures of these wonderful people, so that everyone can share in that joy, in that feeling of allyship, in that feeling of constant and never-ending pure rebellion. I won't keep you much longer. I'll just say this. Without all of you, without every single person here, without everyone who helped me in my journey through to my little non-binary socks and my Star Trek pride pins, I wouldn't be here today. So I want to thank all of you. Every single one of you, from the bottom of my heart. I would not be here without you. I would not be here without any of you. And I could not be happier to stand by your side.
Lucian, everyone! Next up we have Marion from Transactional. Where are you? There you are. Fantastic. Huge round of applause, please, for Marion.
That's not got the mic already.
Yeah.
Listen, feminism was never meant to be a wall. It was a bridge.
Yeah.
It began as a revolution for all women, refusing to cage womanhood in rigid definitions. Because liberation cannot thrive in exclusion.
Yes.
And yet, here we are, watching the same old forces of oppression twist our movement into a weapon against trans siblings, especially trans women, while the real predators walk free. Let's be clear, trans women are not a threat. The danger has always been violent cis men. Wayne Cousins, a serving Met police officer, raped and murdered Sarah Everard. David Carrick, another officer, tortured and abused women for decades. Jordan McSweeney brutally murdered Zara Alina. Valdo Callaghan killed 3 people right here in Nottingham. The list goes on, and yet where's the moral panic about them? Where are the draconian laws policing their access to women's spaces? This manufactured fear of trans women doesn't make women safer, it distracts us. While we're forced to debate the humanity of 1% of the population, women's centres are shutting down, rape crisis centres are starved of funding, mothers are choosing between heating and eating, while billionaires hoard wealth. Trans exclusion doesn't end male violence, it fuels it by letting the real perpetrators off the hook and dividing us against each other. Oppression thrives on scapegoats. They want us terrified of trans women in bathrooms, while cops like Cousins use their badges to lure women to their deaths. They want us fighting over who counts as a woman, while black and brown cis women are harassed for looking trans in public toilets. They want us exhausted, fractured, and blind to the truth. Our safety was never a priority. Last week's ruling was not just an attack on trans people, it was a warning shot for everyone. Yes. Because when they police who counts as a woman, they don't just stop at trans women. They come for black and brown cis women deemed too masculine or too different. They come for butch lesbians, for disabled women, for sex workers, for cancer patients, for postmenopausal women, for intersex people, for women from low socioeconomic backgrounds, for any woman who doesn't fit the narrow, white, middle-class mould. Bathroom bills, surveillance. They won't just target trans women, they'll expand the borders of suspicion until every marginalised woman is under the boot. Just as they police bodies in Palestine, just as they criminalise protest here, they seek to control us through division. This is how oppression starts. It starts with the most vulnerable, but it never ends there. The same systems that deny trans people's dignity are the same ones bombing Gaza, caging migrants and starving the poor. The same politicians pushing anti-trans hysteria are the ones defunding women's refuges, slashing welfare and going after disabled people. Our struggles are not separate. They are threads of the same noose. And let's be brutally honest. Black and brown women, cis and trans, face the harshest violence. Not just from bigots in the streets, but from the state itself. When we fight for trans rights without centering those most at risk, we fail. When we talk about women's safety, but ignore the police brutality and systemic racism that kills black and brown, cis and trans women, we are not fighting oppression, we are aiding it. Our solidarity must be intersectional or it's worthless. Our resistance must be anti-racist or it's just another tool for the far right. So, I need allies to stand up. This isn't a trans issue, this is a human issue. Solidarity isn't silence, it's not passive agreement, it's action. It's cis women saying, if they come for trans women, they come for me. Confronting racism in their own movements. It's all of us shouting. If they come for Palestine, they come for all of us. We do not negotiate with bigotry. We do not compromise on our humanity. From the river to the sea, from the clinic to the prison cell, from the bathroom stalls to the bombed out streets in Rafah, our fight is one. And remember, as many speakers have said already, we're not going anywhere, no matter what they do. These cruel voices are a minority. It's ordinary people they'll try and recruit to push us out. People who may be scared, confused, misled, but who have good hearts, capable of change. So we call on them. We call on everyone across the UK. Do not comply with this hate. Be bold, be unwavering. In every space you hold. In every place you hold. People belong here. voices that say no queers allowed versus those that welcome us, there is only one side to stand on. Yeah. And to my LGBTQ plus family, prepare yourselves. We will face thousands daily battles just to exist. Some will win, some will lose. But through it all, we will meet their hatred with grit, with fire, with unshakable defiance, just as queer rebels before us have done for generations. Remember our history. They want us gone, we'll outlast them. And there's lots of things that we can do that people have mentioned already. But one of the things I also wanted to say was around getting involved locally and supporting organisations like Nottingham Trans like Nottingham Pastoral Project, and Nottingham Against Transphobia. Also, our very own Women's Centre that has been trans inclusive for over, 20 years? You can also get involved nationally and volunteer at organisations like Transactual. We work in areas of law, healthcare and community. I didn't even introduce myself at the start, I forgot, sorry. My name's Maria, my pronouns are they or she. I'm one of the directors at Transactual. And we work in areas of law, healthcare and community advocacy. Please get involved and do what you can, whether it's locally or nationally. Free Palestine. Whoa. Free trans people. Free black and brown women. Free us all. Thank you so much. Marion, everyone.
Let me find the next person who I have for my next. Mal! Do I have to come? Okay, down now. Try to phone me. Mal, everyone, huge round of applause, please!
Okay, so I want to start off by saying, can everyone who's able sit on the ground? If I can't get up on the steps, you all have to get down to my level. My name is Mal. I'm 19. I am transmasc. I am disabled. I am queer. I am neurodivergent. I am homeless. I am traumatized, and I am angry. I am everything, or almost everything, that the government wants to get rid of. I spent the first 20 years of my life in severe neglect, abuse, and trauma. I spent 4 years of my life being raped and abused by someone who still walks free, and they want to come for us. When I heard about today's protest, I immediately thought I should write something. Say something or shout something. I sat in bed with my partners and I didn't know what to do. So I waited until about half an hour before we left and I wrote this. And I've already started it, so I already fucked up, which is really great. When I heard about today's protest, I immediately thought I should write something, say something, or shout something. But what words can I possibly use to describe the fear and the horror that all of my trans siblings are feeling right now? The anger towards the government, the resentment I have towards centrists who refuse to pick a side, enabling the far right further, the disappointment we feel with the thin veil of allyship finally falling, disappointment, not surprise, because we knew this was coming, we warned you. I used words there, fear, horror, anger, disappointment, resentment, but none of it is enough. None of it portrays the trans experience in this political climate enough. I don't know if any words ever can, and I don't know if my words will, but I know one thing. We can and we will fight. And we will fight hard for all of those we lost to suicide, and for all of those who came close, all of us who were brutally murdered, not killed, not martyred. There was no choice in this. They did not choose to be a target. Their existence as a trans person should not make their death become anything more than what it is. A horrific tragedy and a terrible loss and a failure of our government and our society. I do not want to attend any more of my trans friends' funerals before they can tell their families what their pronouns are, and I refuse to let them bury or burn me before I am done fighting. So together, we will fight for the disabled people like me who barely got time to process the PIP cutbacks before the government went after their identity. For those who are bedridden, for those who are in hospital, for those who had to street transition out of safety, not blunt. For those who cannot speak, those who use other forms of communication, I'm here. I say I will listen. We will listen however long it takes. For the deaf people, the people of color, the neurodivergent people, the mentally ill people, and all of those who deserve just as much of a voice as any, but get forced into silence. For every corner of ally in this community, for every forgotten minority, for every trans person here and all across the world, I can promise you, we will not leave silently. We will not leave at all. The council, the universities, and the corporations, and the soulless CEOs who turned their back on us as soon as it became politically popular. Fuck you! Whoa. Sincerely and wholeheartedly fuck you! Fuck you for what you have enabled. Fuck you for what you refuse to fight back against. Fuck you for leaving us behind, and fuck you for endorsing these crimes here in Palestine, in Gaza, in Rafah, in Congo, in Sudan, everywhere. You have failed us all, and we will not stand for it anymore. We will not stand at all, and that is why I had all of you sit down. Fight for your disabled brethren, fight for your disabled sisters and siblings, and everyone that can attend to places like this. Please fight for us. I do not know what is in store for the coming years, but what I do know is that I refuse to be arrested after another suicide attempt, only to hear my dead name echoing through the streets of Nottingham again. I will not let you do that to me ever again, and I refuse to let that happen to anyone in my community. So we will fight and shout and scream and cry and protest and rest and grieve and process and love and care and protect. We will not leave silently. We will not leave at all.
That was really powerful. Rise. And one of you out there is Ash B. Who amongst you is Ash B? Come to the front now and speak your words.
Behind you.
Okay, not out there. One of you back here is Ash B.
When I found out that there was a protest today, and as I was on the bus on the way here, I was like, well, I think I should probably say something. So I was kind of sat there staring out the window, thinking, oh, what do I say? And I mean, a lot of what I want to say has already been said, but I wrote some stuff down and I'm going to say that. So I'm Ash, and I'm a trans kid. My pronouns are he, him, and aside from being a trans kid, I am also a writer and an artist. I'm an aspiring actor. I'm playing I'm a friend. I am the child of a queer parent, and I'm also someone who spends far too much time procrastinating, revising for the exams I have in a few weeks. I am a teenager, and being trans does not define me. It does not define any of us. Aside from being trans, we are human beings who have interests and hobbies and friends and family, and people in power cannot take that away from us. We are not a debate to be had. We are people. What happened this week and what has been happening happening to trans people for years is fucking terrifying. It is so scary as a trans kid who has trans friends and queer friends and knows so many queer people. It is so scary for all of us, but we are here. And everybody showed up today, and there's 500 people. I mean, that's fucking brilliant. It makes me so happy to see so many people here. The cis allies that are here standing in solidarity with the trans community and are here to take a stand against the government and them trying to control us. And if nothing else, we need to stay alive to outlive the people that try and oppress us. All the people against who we are, that try and tell us who we are or who we need to be, we need to outlive them. If nothing else, keep living despite the fucking idiots that tell us who we're meant to be.
How's everyone? Can we get Del up to the front? Del, where are you, Del? Do we have a Del?
Hello, behind you.
Why are they always behind me?
Oh my god.
Come on up, Del. Oh, that is a lovely... Is that a crown or a tiara?
It's the tiara.
A tiara, what a lovely tiara. Here you go, Del. Hold it nice and close to your mouth.
Hello, everyone. When I first heard the news about what fucking shit has gone down in the recent times, it was later in the day, not like other people who said it was in the morning. I just kind of felt a sinking feeling in my heart. I came out as non-binary in 2022, and in the last few, 6 months or so, I've come out as a trans woman. Seeing the different rights that I have as both a disabled person and a trans woman being stripped away in a double gut punch in the last few weeks has been exhausting. So, even though I study biochemistry at NTU, I also dabble in amateur poetry. And I wrote something to try and make myself feel better and make sure that I know that I can take a stand when I come and stand in front of the so many cool, amazing, hot people in the crowd tonight. This is Feeling Myself by Del. Figuring out the best angle to attack at my sideburns with a razor so that my hair looks better tied up. Going clothes shopping with my cis friends, posing, styling, gossiping, finally feeling not handsome but pretty. Strutting down the street, seeing the looks, ignoring them and walking on. The horror to find that my favourite skirt has a small tear. It's red and thin and comfy and it's perfect in the spring, even with its small blemish. Trying on the perfect dress. It even has pockets. Looking at the price tag, solemnly putting it back. Touching myself, because I may have a little bit of fat on me, and I can't really change that fact, but it means that I have boobs. Seeing the love that we share, fighting through the pain and hate and turmoil and bullshit and taking a stand. My sisters in arms, in our numbers and prevalence, scream and shriek until our voices be heard! Tell everyone!
I have a slightly odd and personal request. Does anyone have an iPhone lead? Because it's about to run out of power. So if someone would mind lending me one, while the next speaker, Bella, says some wonderful words. Bella, where are you? It's going to be behind me again, isn't it? Bella? Bella? Bella, everyone!
I apologise because I am always anxious public speaking, but one of the things I actually came up to do is, a while back I wrote a poem that was about being able to piss wherever I want to, and it was aimed at a specific someone that is J.K. Rowling.
It's basically to tell her to fuck off. She funded the group that helped take this to the Supreme Court. She spent $70,000 to take it that way. So this is basically a fuck you to her. Give me one. So this is it. I can piss wherever I want to, Joanne. We are told boys piss here, girls in there. No, you can't share. The shouting begins the minute Karen thinks, wrong toilet! Apparently she knows right. Well, she's wrong. What's in my pants doesn't tell me where to go, you know? I can piss wherever I
Age of the queer!
Thank you. Thank you. Our world is about to become much, much larger. I'm Gracie. You may recognize me from the last time. I chose to speak up because I'm a brave little person. I'm the leading secretary of Nottingham Trans Pride Society. And the Fairy Society, we're pretty gay. We openly stand with the trans community 100%. I mean, we're a bunch of people that likes animals. How much more, like, on the nose could you get? We will never let the government say some shitty things and think they can let it slide. They'll come for us, and they'll come for you. But we'll win. Because we're still here. We haven't gone anywhere. And we won't. I'm really trying to think of funny things to say, but it's not easy. I think I'll end it there. I've said enough. Thank you.
Doxy, everyone! Next up we have Amanda!
Where are you, Amanda? Always behind me.
I'm hiding behind you.
Oh, no,
Hello.
you're not.
I'll try. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm an old cis woman, and I wasn't going to talk because this is really my time. But really, every old cis woman should be talking because trans rights are human rights. So I was over in the corner and I was ranting at somebody, and they went, you know, you could just go up and talk. so that's why I'm here, and I apologise because I didn't plan this. But I just wanted to say that trans people are our family members. Trans people are in our community. Attacks on my trans sisters and my trans brothers, who always seem to get forgotten, are attacks on every woman and man in the country. Okay, so I'm old. My periods are going to stop soon. I'm having my breasts off this year. Thank you. They need to go. They're going to kill me if I don't. I'll be fine. I'm wearing men's clothes because pockets. So what? Am I going to have to show my fanny every time I want to go to the toilet? Because that's what's going to happen.
Use it to chase off the Turks.
Yes! I should do. This isn't about safety. It's about subjugation. Yes! It's about trying to force people into heteronormative boxes that fuckers, make them go away. I want you to go home tonight. I want you to go to every woman that you know. I don't care if they're in their 80s. I don't give a fuck. You go to every woman and explain to them how this is an now, and they should all be here. The whole of Nottingham should be out today screaming against this. Yes! If you attack one of us, you attack all of us. Because trans rights are human rights. And they want to get rid of all our human rights. Because they're bastards.
Come on, everyone! Got about half a dozen more speakers. I know I've had to say no to a couple of people who've come up and asked to speak. So we've just had an incredible amount of demand. Because there's 500 of you here. You amazing people. Next up we've got Laurel. No, not that time. This time, she's coming from the front. Laurel, everyone!
I'm a cis woman, can you tell? No. And I have to say, I do not stand by the decision made in the Supreme Court this week. This decision targets a minority based on fear driven by an ideal that favours and rewards misogyny. Our biology is not our destiny. And just because I'm okay with my assigned gender at birth doesn't mean everyone else has to be. I want to see a world that embraces people for who they are, not what a piece of legislation says they're based on a flimsy opinion and really biased research. Yes. I have trans people in my life that I love so dearly, and I've never been more terrified of the thought of losing these people that I love because they do not feel safe to come out in this culture at the moment. So as a cis ally, we need to support and provide the safe spaces for these people that we love so that they can grow and feel safe in this world because their spaces are closing. Biology is not destiny.
Laurel, everyone! And next up we have Nikki! Nikki! Hello, Nikki. Welcome, Nikki, to the stage, everyone.
I'm a short, fat, autistic queer. Intersectionality, neurodivergent, disabled, trans, non-binary, black, brown, Palestine, solidarity, liberty, equality, solidarity. Say it back to me.
Solidarity!
So, I travelled 2 hours to be here. I couldn't go to the London protest because I was driving back from Scotland, but I got to the
rights.
So sing it louder!
Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights.
We're proud! Trans rights are human rights!
Nikki, everyone! That was fucking amazing. Next up, can we get Jennifer from the audience, please? Jennifer, where are you? Up again.
I'm going to start with a quote which some people might know is from an Aboriginal activism group. If you have come to help me, you are wasting your time. If you have come because your liberation is bound up with mine, then let us work together. As a bi person, I reckon that bi liberation is bound up with trans liberation. And I reckon that bi liberation and trans liberation are part of queer liberation. Now, about 30 years ago, I'm not sure the exact date, there was a discussion at the Bisexuality Convention of the UK. What's up with trans people? How do we relate with trans people? And the decision was made that BICON would be a trans-inclusive space. And that decision has held steady for 30 years. Or thereabouts, because I can't remember the date. And I want to let you know that although BICON moves around the country, this year the plan is for it to be in Nottingham. It's going to be the same weekend as Nottingham Pride, but mostly on the Friday and the Sunday so people can go to Pride. So if you're looking for somewhere to come to where it is okay to be trans, and it is okay to be bi, and it's also okay to not really even know what you are. As long as you are bi-friendly, then I want to welcome you, not that I'm organising it this year, but I'm going to welcome you anyway. I'm going to welcome you to BICON 2025. And if you look it up, BICON, Bisexuality Conventional Conference, BICON, look it up. You'll help the organisers if you book early, because then they'll know how many people are coming. So I hope to see some of you there. Also, I'll just mention, they're not bad on disability access. Usually all the main spaces have flat access. They're not bad on the COVID safety. It's not completely COVID safe, but there'll be loads of people with masks. And I won't give them top marks on the anti-racism because it's full of well-meaning white people, but they are trying. So, thank you very much, and I do believe that our liberation is all bound together. Thank you.
I'm going to do something a little bit controversial now. You excited? I'm going to read out a statement from Nadia Whittam.